Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 16th of May. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Pearce.
Gary, what a weekend. High five. I mean, let's smash it out of the park as our team did across the weekend with not a 50% clearance rate, neither a 60%, not 70%, not 80%, not 90%, but 100% clearance rate across the weekend. And that wasn't from one auction, no, nor two auctions, not 5, not 10, not 11, 12, 13, 14, but yes, 15 auctions out of 15 sales out of 15 auctions. That is, I mean, am I the only one that's excited about this?
It's not your best storytelling effort, I've got to say, but it is exciting. Yeah,
Come on.
Well done to our team. I'm not going to be the party spoiler here because you can't do better than 100%, Phil. It's something that we've never experienced in our entire student life. We never got 100% for anything. In fact, I don't think 90 or 80 or even 70%.
I think I got 100% for absenteeism.
Yeah, I got that too. That's right. We did get that. But congratulations. Now, a few different records have been printed, or I should say results. I think realestate.com said 69, someone else said 72.
I'm just going to domain.
I've got them. Can I go out of this? Because I've got them.
No, you can't, Gary.
I can't go out of
73% was reported with domain.
Yeah. One of the other portals was 69 and some was about 80. So there's been 3 different reports. If you average them all in the sort of low to mid 70s, put up the towers. Let's say 75%. We'll put a bit more on than
and
there
throw
was.
some confetti over the top of those
sparkle,
figures.
Some confetti. If you've got some dancing girls through our producers,
no
and
dancing girls, no
dancing people.
No,
why not?
No,
you can't have dancing people. People can dance.
Gary, you can't.
What's wrong with dancing?
You can't do things that are politically incorrect.
No, dancing's no click.
It's been banned.
You can't dance anymore.
It's been banned in Afghanistan.
Really? Is that right?
Yeah.
Well,
no
luckily
dancing.
we don't live
well,
there.
men can dance.
No,
15 out of 15. I mean, really, that is an extraordinary result. Having said that, not only was it an extraordinary result, but multiple bidders on so many properties. And here's the thing, viewers. Those that are talking doom and gloom are clearly not out at the coalface doing what we do, going from 1-bedroom apartment to 5-bedroom family home, from sales at $350 all the way up to $2,640,000 and everything in between. And the message is clear. The bell has been rung, ding, 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 ding. The bell has been rung. Bottom of the market, we called it weeks and weeks ago. We are on the way up, not to say that the boom's back on, but it is feeling very strong.
It's feeling very strong, Phil. I think we should talk a little bit about what buyers want, because there's some things out there. I've sort of got it into 3 categories, Phil, of what buyers want. And I think there's 3 things distinctly. People want the complete article, Phil. They want the
finished product.
The finished product. Now, if you look back, not that long ago, and you think about some of the beautiful homes that we've sold, the ones that are stylish, renovated, not a cent to spend, schmick-as, high fashion, those properties are going for more than ever today.
Yes.
And I noticed there was a few homes that have been sold in and around Bentley and Ormond and East Bentley that are achieving, well into the almost $4 million price brackets now, Phil, because people can buy their dream home in locations that didn't actually favour those sort of prices. We've seen this in East Bentley, Phil. We've seen it many times where, we didn't see prices like $2.5 and $3 million. Well, that's a different story now. So, number one...
Who would have ever thought Bentley would become a $3 to $4 million story?
Did. That's why we opened an office there.
Well, that's geniuses that we are.
We knew.
We saw it.
No, we brought it there. As soon as we opened the office, people said, oh, well, peers are there. It's going to be a $3 million.
There could be something in that. The peer factor,
Gary. The peer factor. We'd like to think it makes a difference. Anyway, that's number one, Phil. The other thing, number 2, I think what people want is they want a home that's renovatable and improvable, but has got the right structure and bones, Phil.
Right.
I think that's... Now, remember, about 18 months ago, land was the hottest thing. Do you remember?
Yes.
Well, that's not necessarily... Now, that'll come back. That'll change. But right now, people don't really have the same passion for land. They want the improvement, the beautiful improvement, or the to be renovated without too many structural changes. That's number 2.
Number 2,
and
yes,
number
there
3,
is
I think.
3.
Number 3, I think people like fashion, Phil. They like good fashion, and I think that's changed a bit. We come from an era where I think our ancestors say, they'd knock on walls and they'd stomp on floors. They look for structure and they look for, solid. Now people want fashion. They want beautiful fashion.
Latest
they want stylish
and greatest.
fittings, the latest and greatest. I think people will pay for that as well. So there are the 3 things that are the hottest in the market now. What people want. The finished article, the great renovation with all of the things that are there to be renovated, and fashion.
Here's a tip for you viewers, because I'm actually going to agree with everything that you've said.
Wow.
But I'm
often.
going to bring that into something useful for the viewers to actually take. What's the takeout? The takeout is
that's simple. I gave them 3 things.
I understand, Gary, but here's a takeout which is kind of counterintuitive to the thing.
Sort of trump me, doesn't it? You can't just say, that was great, I'll leave it there.
I did say that, but
then there's the but.
But I want to add a tip so that the viewers.
They don't need your tip. They just leave it.
Gary,
Go on, add your tip.
Gary, you've made some very good points.
Thank you.
Which
means we can move on.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But the tip that I'm going to give is that the thing that you've said there is that you said land's out of fashion, right?
It's not as hot as it was.
The demand for land has dissipated.
It's not as strong as it was.
I would be buying a block of land now.
Maybe
because
so.
I'll tell you what will happen, Gary. When the pricing on building comes down, and it's already starting to soften, when the headlines are no longer including builder goes broke,
Phil.
then the pendulum will swing, and when it swings back, it's going to swing savagely, and land will take off in a heartbeat.
So let's bottle this little episode, Phil. Let's ask our producer to put it away.
Yep.
And let's bring it back sometime next year when the immigration starts flooding through, maybe later next year.
400,000 new immigrants this year, another 400,000 next year. That's 800,000.
I think you're right.
That's 800,000 people. Divide that by 3 for the average household, and you need almost 275,000 new houses across the next 2 years, Gary. It's going to go. Wait, viewers. If you're procrastinating about buying something, I reckon 6 months you've lost that window.
Maybe so. Anyway, for anybody that's got any hesitation thinking that the property market's on the nose, or things aren't great, or things aren't selling, or people aren't getting their prices or can't get their prices, and I mean, there's always people that will be above the market in any market and won't be able to necessarily achieve what they want to. But the reality is, Phil, buyers are jumping in happily, and yes, I think they made a good point. I'll endorse your point. Land is where the opportunity is right
without
now.
Question.
Perhaps so.
Without question.
Someone asked me the other day, do we rehearse or practice anything? And I think they were bitterly, I don't know if they were impressed or disappointed. We actually just do no preparation at all. We just bring bits of paper and just go for it.
I think a little bit of preparation has gone. Behind the scenes, we do have 20 people working on this show, Gary. So
scriptwriters all around the world. I didn't want to reveal that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just the scriptwriters just talking into my ear.
Is that the one from Spain? That's a very creative one. Yeah.
That's it. A lot of homework does go into this, viewers. It's taken us 30 odd years to have the experience to be able to deliver this impromptu.
Talking about fashion, and we've had some. We liked feedback. I've got a email here from John. I won't say your second name, John, but thanks for watching the show, because you are somewhat of a real estate legend yourself, John. Mate. He says, mate. Who buttoned your waistcoat before you filmed this week's show? That was last week's show.
I wasn't wearing a waistcoat.
Yeah, you were.
John. I was wearing a cardigan.
You were wearing it. It says, looked like Prince Charles and his jacket buttoning issue. But he says, always a great update for the week. Look, you put yourself out there as a fashion icon. You've got to be able to take it, mate.
Do you know what?
You've got to take the tips. Don't take the criticism.
I'm sorry, John. Yeah. Clearly, you have no idea. The
John
bottom
knows.
Button of anything should never be buttoned up.
We're going to get the photo. We're going to put it up on the screen.
I see people doing this, Gary, where they don't just always the top button.
You're looking very thin at the moment.
But
are you okay?
I see people doing this, right?
Yeah.
That is a fashion faux pas.
Yeah. Have you got a problem eating at the moment or anything? You're looking actually almost looking like too skinny, I reckon.
Do you know, I have not gained or lost
you're looking
a kilo.
I know you're very fit, but you're looking actually a bit skinny, like almost a bit, I don't know, a bit sort of, you okay?
Are you skinny shaming me on a show, are you?
Let's keep going. Anyway, John, thanks for your feedback. We always appreciate it. And look,
even if you have no idea what you're talking about,
that's the comeback, John. I think, John, you know what you're talking about.
Why don't you, I challenge you, John, send us a photo of you. Of you in your best outfit. Let's have a look.
Maybe go to Fletcher Jones and get something nice.
We may well hold you up to ridicule and contempt like you have me.
I won't. I'll love whatever you got on, John. I reckon you're a man of good quality and taste. You've got an article here that I see you printed off, Philip, which is interesting because you don't often do that.
Gary, major Aussie bank warns that house prices will surge in 2024. Now, there was a time when 2024 was a long way away.
Yeah,
2024
is
now only 7 months away. Westpac now expects 5% rebound in 2024. this would coincide with high immigration intake, and so it goes. House prices to go up next year. Well, good on you, Westpac.
Westpac are pretty bullish, aren't they?
We called this well before your grossly overpaid economists that
Hang
generally...
on. Where do you think Westpac got it from?
Well, that's it. They watch GPTV.
They watch GPTV.
Well,
it's okay, Westpac. You've got nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
You watched it here. You ran with it out in the public arena.
We know the Herald Sun watches this show, and they're always running an article on little things that they've tipped. But you know what, Westpac, if you're going to get your best ideas from this show, I think some money would be good. I mean, given the fact you've just made a $4 billion profit for a quarter or something. No, we didn't.
Oh, I thought we did.
But
where's all that gone?
There it is in black and white, which means it's true. If it's in black and white, it must be true.
Must be true, of course.
Westpac calling 2024 the year of rising property prices on the back of their grossly overpaid. Hundreds of people watching the show going, okay, what's next?
Exactly right.
Thank you.
Anyway, good to see that there is a major bank out there that's sort of happy to be a bit more on the positive side.
They're seeing what we're seeing, Gary, which is activity amongst buyers, you know?
Although the volume still feels very, very
sad.
The
volume is down, Gary, there is no question. And there is a question around, is the lack of volume holding up the prices? If we had twice the amount of volume, which would please our accountants, would the prices be the same as what they are today?
What do you reckon?
My sense is... I think that the lack of volume is probably keeping the prices growing
and the clearance rates up.
Yeah,
maybe
so there is a mixture of these things. But on balance, Gary, we've also had markets when things have been a bit depressing. We've had markets with no volume and no competition.
That's true too.
So that's the double whammy of a bad market.
I'd rather take the volume and work it out from there. Personally, would you? I'd rather have the volume, work it out from there. Anyway, maybe it's a good opportunity if you want to sell now. There's not that much around. Some people are saying there'll be a lot coming in spring. I don't know. I'm not feeling it necessarily. But
well, if you think about it, we're about to 1st of June is the start of winter.
It is,
and we're already listing for really spring.
Yeah, we are.
And I don't get a sense that there's any growing momentum.
No big influx. So maybe take advantage of that lower volume and get involved now. Phil, let's talk about the weekend that was, the week that was. Look, I want to talk about this block of apartments in Charnwood Road because I think it is a beautiful block. It hasn't yet sold. Jeremy Rosens has been very, very busily.
Daniel Metmacher from our St Kilda office.
Working away on that block. But if you want a beautiful property as an investment or potential home, or depends on how you want to change it around or maybe live and rent, this one in Charnwood Road is one of St Kilda's most beautiful streets, Phil.
If you drive into Charnwood runs between Redan and the... Crimea and St Kilda Highway and St Kilda Road. If you've never been there, you drive into that street. First of all, it's got some really extraordinary, beautiful, older style homes in it.
It has some mansions,
and then there's a lot of Art Deco blocks in that street. So it's a beautiful street, beautiful tree-lined street. And keep in mind the location there is incredible.
At one stage, Crimea Street was frequented by ladies of the night, Phil.
Ladies at one stage, of the night.
It was the Girls on the Avenue. Although that song "Girls on the Avenue" has nothing to do with Ladies of the Night.
It was Billy Joel, Gary?
No, it wasn't. But
Girls on the Avenue?
Girls on the Avenue, Richard Clapton.
Richard Clapton, yeah. That's right.
But there was that stage where it moved in there and the neighbours, I think everyone said, no, we won't have that. So it no longer became that strip, but it is a very nice pocket. So that's a great home. Phil, Murphy Street, South Yarra, well, you'd think it would be Murphy's Law that you'd have an apartment that you may not necessarily get competition on and sell, but lo and behold.
It's an outlier sale. But one thing that I am very happy to say is that doesn't matter where we are, our skills are such that whether we're selling in South Yarra or Toorak,
Hampton,
or Kew or Hawthorne, Sandringham, Oakley, the bottom line is when we bring our very methodical approach, we get the job done and often at record prices, and that property in Murphy Street is a record price.
Absolutely, and congratulations to the seller there because we were expecting it to get in the 6s and lo and behold it got in the 8s. So over 815,000. So
sometimes there's a sale, Gary, that you just scratch your head and go, what happened there?
Yeah, anyway, it all happened to that vendor.
Shout out to Lior and Aviv Samuel who brought brought the bacon home, but that might offend some of our viewers.
Maybe some of our
but ultimately, they did an amazing job there.
Congratulations, well done. Now, we talked last week about, do you auction one-bedroom apartments, Philip? You know,
Well,
is there a future in it?
And what did we say last week, Gary?
We said we think
goodness knows I can't remember what we said about.
What about yesterday?
5 minutes after the show.
What about yesterday? Do you remember what we said yesterday? We're at that age now, aren't we? Really, Phil? Did you got that $500 you owed me that I borrowed you yesterday? Got that? I forgot about it already. See, that's what I mean. 11:41 to P and Highway Elstonwick was auctioned on Saturday morning. With an expected price of somewhere in the high twos, maybe low, or even running into the mid threes. Lo and behold, Philip, it sold for $370,000 with 8 bidders. So there's 8 different parties prepared to compete.
That's extraordinary.
And
8 bidders
that.
on a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah. And in fact, you know, my uncle used to own a property in that building.
Well, you know, that Peer family,
they sold out when they shouldn't have.
Very wealthy family.
No, I think it was his only investment, God bless him. But anyway, one at 227 Alma Road, well, that was an apartment that used to be owned by Mr. Jeremy Rosens at some stage.
Finally, the fumigators were able to cleanse that apartment.
Contamination had been dealt with from our partner there who lived there for a number of years in his single days. But yet, I think the stain on that property that has finally been removed of his evidence there. And one at 227 Alma Road, 3 bidders took that price, ultimately to $830,000. Phil, on Sunday, you were due to do an auction in Wilgar Street, but it never got there because young Daniel Peer went and sold it. Before auction, he and Arlene sold that for $1,675,000, just a little over the range. And
good,
we're very happy
result
vendor.
there. And a shout out to the vendors who did the most beautiful renovation there.
Yeah, great
Congratulations to them, because I thought the renovation there was as good as I've seen anywhere.
Yep, and well done to Daniel, who worked damn hard on that with Arlene, because I know that they were very, very keen to get a great result for that particular client. So well done. 25 Narrawong Road, Philip, that was sold, undisclosed amount, but suffice to say.
Big crowd there. That was the Mother's Day auction, Gary.
We never gave out chocolates this Mother's Day.
I know.
We gave out alcohol instead.
I know. We gave out alcohol because it was more expensive, and it's a lot more fun when you hand out little mini bottles of whiskey to children.
It's not the budget.
To children.
You know, I can't even joke about that because I've been told.
Look, I've got to tell you that as far as I'm concerned, we can still have politically incorrect fun. The whiskey police have not yet arrived at the auctions.
I just want to make sure it's known. I want to make sure, put a caveat on this, that when you did hand one to a child, it went straight to the mother. It was only a joke. It wasn't really meant. It didn't go behind someone's garden and put it away. So, you know, it was meant in jest. So, because there are some people, Philip, that are very, 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 and we've been told by someone in our office, don't do the whiskey to kids thing. Anyway, it was 25 Narrawong Road.
She actually did say that to me last week. Yeah. And in that moment, I did not give a child any whiskey when she was talking to me.
I know that. She's going to be watching GPTV, shaking her head saying, when will this guy ever learn? Anyway, 342 Bamboo Road also sold before auction for over its range. 820 to 900 was the range. It was actually increased and it sold for more again than that. Phil, anyway, that is the story of the sales that have happened. Also, just sold out of a project. You might want to tell us a little bit about that.
Gary,
the project marketing team are doing a great job.
Shout out to Danny and shout out to Michael, who are the most superb developers. Lilymore Road in Ormond. Boy, has that pocket of Ormond come ahead, leaps and bounds. Because you've got the train station, you've got the overpass, of course, that has solved the problem on North Road with the traffic. You've got some really good cafes, really good restaurants in that little location. Lilymore, we had a project of 7. We sold 4 last week, Gary, 4 townhouses. And a shout out to Danny and Michael for the incredible job they did on that project.
Julian, Jacob and Kane and Rafi and all the guys from our project marketing team who have done the most wonderful job of clearing it out before I mean, it's just completed, isn't it?
Just completed.
There you go.
Just settling.
Won't be doing any open for inspection.
Money's in the bank.
It's money in the bank for the developer. And congratulations to all involved. Philip, we are going to be auctioning this week and this weekend. We can't wait for the weekend. We're going to be auctioning, of course, just in a few days' time, this wonderful looking block of apartments, Philip, being auctioned on Thursday, if not sold before, in Burn Avenue, Elwood.
Yep, Gary, an amazing block, only meters from the beach. That you really wouldn't get a better location for a block of apartments than this. On a good parcel of land, we've got 7 one-bedrooms, which are big one-bedrooms, possibly subject to council approval. Turn them into 2s, and again, I did say subject to council approval. Together with a builder's own massive 3-bedroom apartment at the front on the first floor. That is a seriously good property, currently returning, I think it's $150,000 on its way to $170,000 per annum. So if you're looking for an investment, Burn Avenue, Elwood this week.
Phil, I think we've got about 15 or 16 auctions in like 10 or 11 suburbs on Saturday. We're going to kick off at 10:30 a.m. We've got triple auction action, Phil. We're going to be in Walnut Street in Carnegie with David Thompson.
Gary, Walnut Street, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. What a great entry into the market. That is about as affordable as it gets in our key target areas.
Phil, have you been yet to the cafe that's in that new Caulfield Heath or Caulfield development opposite the racecourse?
No, I have
There's a great
not, Gary.
supermarket. There's a huge chemist warehouse. There's a cafe there.
Yes.
It's called Sapor or something. I think
Yep.
Sapora. I want to get there, but Bond Street is just around the corner from there, Phil.
So
Tell us about
this is the incredible redevelopment of the car park of the Caulfield Racecourse. It's now anchored by hundreds of really good apartments, plus a supermarket and those ancillary stores that you talk about, with more to come. So it's become its own little village in itself. This is a great apartment with some of the best common areas you'll find: pool and all of the associated luxury items, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 secure car space, beautiful alfresco terrace. That is seriously good real estate.
A suburb within a suburb, Phil, that is, and I'm looking forward to doing the auction with Mark Kirkham at 10:30. Jeremy Rosens kicks off his Saturday in Ripponlea in Brighton Road.
Gary, love this property, love this building, love this location. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Check out the beautiful floors. That property is just ready to move straight into.
I'm going to meet you for your first auction, Phil, which is at 11:30 on Saturday morning. This is one of the most exciting offerings that we've had in Caulfield South for a long time in Omar Street.
Gary, an architect's own home. This is a stunning home on a very large parcel of land. This has got everything that you'd ever want: 5 bedrooms, a study, 4.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, and probably, Gary, one of the best north-facing gardens you'll ever see. It really is. It's like being in a park in their backyard.
Yeah, it is. We're looking forward to that one on Saturday morning. Philip Jeremy Rosens won't be able to be there because he's auctioning in Murrumbeena for Joel Sir.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, Gary, and a car space and a wraparound courtyard garden. And viewers, if you can buy an apartment with a courtyard, they just perform so well in the marketplace.
Always. This is a wonderful site here and a wonderful looking property. A bit of an untapped gem right in the middle of East St Kilda, Philip, in Raglan Street.
Gary, 717 square metres of land, together with a really good Victorian style home. You could move into it, you could renovate it, you could add to it subject to council approval, or of course take into consideration the GRZ1 zoning, maybe a townhouse development. Architects, calling all architects, have a look at that property.
Phil, 4 auctions at 12:30. We kick off with you just hopping around the corner from Omar Street to Elstonwick in Kooyong Road.
Love this villa, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, wraparound courtyard gardens. So much to love about that property. It's a turnkey property. All you've got to do is move your furniture in, get on with life, because it's a ripper.
Faulkner Street, South Yarra. What a great address, a great opportunity awaits at 12:30.
Gary, this little house is a bit like your face, which is, lovely to look at, but clearly weather beaten and aged, but with potential. Viewers, when you're looking at this property, think about Gary and understand that this property is probably a lot easier to transform than your head. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a wonderful renovator's opportunity.
Phil, we're going to go to Brisbane at 12:30. That's not the, of course, city of Brisbane, but it's Brisbane Street, Murrumbeena. David Thompson's auctions, this terrific, affordable property.
Gary, again, entry level into the marketplace. And I love that part of Murrumbeena because you've got the train station, you've got the shops, but you're a hop, skip and a jump from Chadstone.
Chatty around the corner.
Let's be clear, is there a better shopping centre anywhere in the world, viewers? If you know of a better shopping centre than Chadstone, let us know, because I'm curious. But you're very close to all of that action. It's a great location.
Chadstone's pretty much as good as it gets. Philip, at 12:30, I'm going to head off to East Brighton. I'm so much looking forward to auctioning this home, which has a lot of meaning for us because of who the owner is. This is 12A Rosebery Avenue, Brighton.
Yeah, I did a video tour there, and Vanessa's been handling that together with Leon Gusenfetter. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, undercover. That is about as immaculate a home as you could possibly find.
Absolutely. Philip, at 1:30, we've got triple auction action. I'm going to be running from East Brighton to East Malvern. I'm going to be auctioning this absolutely fantastic apartment.
If you've
in
never
Ferncroft
seen
Avenue.
the Hedgley Dean Gardens, viewers, I would recommend just having a walk through there because it's quite extraordinary. This is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, That is incredible real estate.
You're kicking on at 1:30 to Higgins Street, Bentley, Phil.
Yes, I am, Gary, and I can't wait to be there because that's a beautiful town residence. Jan Dosen, together with Leon Guzenfeld, have been handling this property. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, a double lock-up garage. Yes, you heard it there, then, viewers, not a single, a double lock-up garage, car parking in front, ready to move straight into. That should fire.
Graham Callan gets his auction opportunity. Phil has gavel, will travel, and he's going to be doing it in Neerim Road, Carnegie.
That was nice. Has gavel, will travel.
There you go, Graham Callan.
That's the joy of this unscripted show. Yep. Every now and then, Gary, you'll pull a little gem out of your Scrabble dish and put it together. But has gavel, will travel.
Yep, and that's Graham Callan.
Incredible.
He's going to be doing it in Neerim Road. Tell us about it.
Incredible.
Anytime you like.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Move straight in, lease it out, just get on with life. And again, courtyard is its key selling proposition.
And you're going to be doing your last auction on Saturday in Wimmera at 2:30 in Ormond, Phil.
Gary, what a surprise package this is, because it's 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, plenty of land, beautiful timber floorboards, gorgeous home. Move straight into that and love your life.
And Leo Samuel finishes his auction day at 3:30 also in the same area, Philip, in Murrumbina, this time Neerim Road.
I'll tell you what, Murrumbina is just thumping for us, Gary. Yep. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a car space, plenty of storage, plenty of luxuries, courtyard gardens. That is a ripper.
We got there eventually, didn't we, Phil? Sunday, busy day. Well, actually, not a busy day, but a busy morning. Not even a busy morning, actually. A busy time, maybe. Anyway, you got 3 auctions, Phil. Let's start off at 11:30 in Cromwell Street, Caulfield.
Can't wait to get there. First of all, I love Cromwell because you've got 2 trams on your doorstep, you've got the shopping centre on your doorstep, you've got Baker Blue on your doorstep, and you've got the most incredible Caulfield Park.
And Pitterman.
And Pitterman. This is a brand new property, 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. 4 bedrooms, 1 study, 3 bathrooms, and a lock-up garage. That is about as good a location as you could ever buy a town residence.
I'll be tracking you around on Sunday, Philip, 12:30. We're going to be in Rosalie Street.
Yes, Gary, and don't we love Rosalie Street? Yep. Don't we love this property? 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, plenty of courtyard garden area. That is a really stunning home.
Well, if you've never been to Melby Avenue, you've missed out in life, Phil, because it's one of those beautiful tree-lined streets that run into the Green Meadows Park. We are fortunate enough to be selling number 29A Melby Avenue at 1:30 on Sunday.
Gary, a fabulous home, 6 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. Now, when you look at this property from the outside, it's pretty stunning, and it's virtually brand new. What you don't know until you get inside is that this property has the best basement I think I've ever seen, together with 2 big entertaining areas, 2 bedrooms, a beautiful bathroom. But it's one of these basements where they've been able to put in light wells, so it's not a dark, gloomy basement. It's a highly livable basement. In fact, that basement is the size of a really large apartment.
Yep.
So, so much to love about that property.
Almost like 2 homes in one, Phil.
It is.
Let's finish off at 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. I'm going to be auctioning 5 at 182 Balaclava Road.
Gary, great address, great location, and so much to love about this property because it is 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, parking for 2 cars, undercover. It's a gem.
Couple of homes to feature before we run, Phil. One of those is in one of our favourite streets in Caulfield North, part of the Golden Mile, Fosbury Avenue.
Gary, a very tightly held pocket of North Caulfield. Fosbury is just one of those brilliant addresses, literally the epicentre of the Golden Mile of Caulfield North. This is a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom family home with a double lock-up garage, a swimming pool, large land. There's not a cent to spend, just move straight in. A beautiful home in an incredible address.
The consulate of Botswana, Phil, is 48 Lumia Road, Caulfield North. It's an extraordinary home with amazing history around it, Phil.
I love this house. First of all, I love I'm a sucker for a circular driveway. It just makes a home so elegant. This is a solid brick, single-storey, beautifully built home with a great floor plan. I mean, this house could be so easily refurbished and brought into 2023 and beyond. A beautiful house that stood the test of time on a very large parcel of land, and of course Lamia Road, one could argue, is it the second best street or the third best street of Caulfield North? I mean, at the end of the day, whether it's 1, 2 or 3, those 3 streets get a medal, Gary. So the question is this the silver medal or the bronze medal street? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's the silver. Howard Road is the number 1.
Some may say gold, Phil, but I agree with you, hard to fight it. But certainly Limia, one of the best handful of streets in Caulfield North. And as I mentioned earlier, some people might have thought, what's going on with what he said about Botswana? But there is a Botswana consular living in that home. It's been full of dignitaries that have come there, African dances and performances. It's got a wonderful history actually to it. And anyway, it is also a beautiful home, of course, with huge opportunities. Sold, built, great location, big block of land. That's a big wrap on this week's GPTV, Phil.
Yeah, a lot all to do. Of the activity and all of the banter.
Can we have the rest of the week off, you reckon?
No, Gary, we've got to get on and keep this market moving in the direction that it's moving, which is a rapidly accelerating clearance rate. So if you're sitting on the fence, thinking about buying, take it from us. On GPTV, we always recommend buying, whether it's a good market or a bad market. Right. But now is the time because the market is clearly on the way up.
Feels like that. We'll continue to bring you the news on GPTV. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Philip Kingston, and a shout out to the Westpac Bank, because we know you're going to pinch a lot of material from this show. And as I say, you're welcome to it because you know what? We accurately call things.
We'll see you next week.